Eurodance business head office, Bo. Not to be confused with Eurobeat, Eurodisco, or Europop. Eurodance. Stylistic origins. House 1 Eurodisco 2 High NRG 1 Trance 2 Nubia Techno 3 Hip Hop 2 Hip House Dance Pop. Cultural origins 1987, Belgium, Netherlands, West Germany and East Germany 4. Derivative forms. Eurohouse Eurotechno Eurohop. Fusion genres. Hard dance Euro reggae. Regional scenes. Europe Italy Japan Australia Canada. Other topics. List of artists Europop. Eurodance, sometimes referred to as Euro NRG, Euro Electronica or Euro, is a genre of electronic dance music that originated in the late 1980s in Europe. It combines many elements of hip-hop, techno, 3, high NRG, 1, house music, 1, and Eurodisco. 2. This genre of music is heavily influenced by the use of rich vocals, sometimes with rapped verses. This, combined with cutting-edge synthesizers, strong bass rhythm and melodic hooks, establishes the core foundation of Eurodance music. 2. Contents. 1. History. 1.1 Background. 1.2 Rise and fall. 2. Definition. 3. Characteristics of the music. 4. Popularity. 4.1 in Europe. 4.1.1 Italy. 4.1.2 United Kingdom. 4.2 North America. 4.2.1 Canada. 4.2.2 United States. 5. Hands up. 6. See also. 7. References. 8. External links. History. Background. Eurodance music originated in the late 1980s in Central Europe, especially in Germany, where rave parties were becoming popular. By 1987, a German party scene was started by Tauzifa Lam, based on the well-established Chicago house sound and Belgian new beat in Frankfurt. The following year saw acid house making a significant impact on popular consciousness in Germany and Central Europe as it had in England. 5. In 1989, German DJs Westbaum and Dr. Mott established the UFO Club, an illegal party venue, and co-founded the Love Parade. 6. The parade first occurred in July 1989, when 150 people took to the streets in Berlin. 7. It was conceived as a political demonstration for peace and international understanding through love and music. 7. On July 19, 1989, Black Box's single Ride on Time was released. The song spent 6 weeks at number 1 in the United Kingdom and it was the UK's best-selling single of 1989. 8. It contained the Korg M1's house piano. 9. Which can be found in many Eurodance releases. On September 27, 1989, Technotronic's single Pump Up the Jam was released. It reached number 1 in Belgium 10-11, and Spain 12, and it popularized the house variant called Hip House in Europe. 13. On November 9, 1989, the Berlin Wall fell, free underground techno parties mushroomed in East Berlin, and a rave scene comparable to that in the UK was established. 6. East German DJ Paul van Dyk has remarked that the techno-based rave scene was a major force in re-establishing social connections between East and West Germany during the unification period. 14. In the same year, German producers Michael Munzing and Luca Anzilotti, under the pseudonyms Benito Benites and John Virgo Garrett III, formed the Snap project in Frankfurt. Snap songs combined imported hip-hop and soul vocals, adding rhythm by using computer technology and mixing electronic sounds, bass and drums, mainly house music. By doing so a new genre was born, Eurodance. 15. Rise and Fall. Snap's first single, The Power, released in 1990, reached number 1 in the Netherlands, 16-17, Spain, Switzerland 18, and the United Kingdom, 19, and it helped to raise awareness of the genre within Europe. In the following years, other Eurodance acts formed in Frankfurt, including Jam and Spoon, Intermission and Culture Beat. After the breakthrough single Rhythm is a Dancer by Snap. In 1992, number 1 in 12 countries, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, new groups started to pop up all over Europe, mainly in Belgium, Netherlands, and Italy. From 1992 till the decline of popularity after 1995, the sound became more and more NRG-oriented, leading to songs raising in BPM up to 150. The notable songs which defined the genre in this period, dubbed as the golden era of Eurodance, are It's My Life by Dr. Alban in 1992, number 1 in 8 countries, 29, No Limit by Dutch group 2 Unlimited in 1993, number 1 in 14 countries. It was Europe's biggest-selling song for 1993, 30, 31, 32, What Is Love by Hathaway in the same year, number 1 in 13 countries, 33, 34, 35, 12, 36, Mr. Vane by Culture Beat also in the same year, number 1 in 13 countries, 37, 38, 36, Cotton Eye Joe by Rednecks in 1994, number 1 in 12 countries 39, 40, 41, 42, and Scatman, Ski Ba Bop Ba Dop Bop, by Scatman John in the same year, number 1 in 9 countries. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. In the same period, the popularity of the genre also expanded further to East Asia, in nations such as Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan, towards the end of the Golden Era also in Russia. By 1995, Eurodance dominated European charts with 5 singles in the top 10 of the singles charts. Despite its success, many observers within the music industry said that the Eurodance sound had to change or die, and Eurodance producers and singers started to follow different paths and different sounds, such as happy hardcore and house music. 48, but not all the groups followed this trend immediately. Notably, the group 2 Unlimited wanted to remain within Eurodance sounds in order to remain chartbusters, although the producer De Coster predicted a retreat from a poppy to a more clubby sound. 49. Nevertheless, in the second half of the decade the popularity of Eurodance started to decline, and Scatman's World by Scatman John was the last major hit of the original Eurodance sound in the Eurocart Hot 100, being number 1 for 3 weeks between late August and early September 1995. In late 1990s the classic Eurodance sound gradually morphed into progressive house. 50. Notable examples of successful Eurodance songs of this era are Coco Jamboo by German band Mr. President in 1996, 51-52, Freed from Desire and Let a Boy Cry by Italian singer Gala in the same year, 53, 54, 55, Barbie Girl by Danish-Norwegian group Aqua in 1997, 56, 57, Boom, 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 by Dutch group Venga Boys in 1998, 58, 59, 60, Blue, De Body, by Italian group Eiffel 65 in 1999, 61, 62, and Around the World, La 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 La, by German group ATC in 2000. 63, 64, 65, by the early 2000s Eurodance music disappeared almost completely from the majority of European radio airplay. Definition: the term Eurodance gradually became associated with a specific style of European dance music. During its golden years in the mid-1990s, it was referred as Euro NRG. In Europe it was often called dance floor. 66. While some use a much broader definition of what is considered Eurodance, 1. Over time, the term particularly came to refer to an NRG-based genre from the 1990s which included a solo vocalist or a rapper-vocalist duet. 67. Although the term was initially used to describe only European dance music productions, there are some examples of acts from the 1990s produced in the United States, which followed the same music style and became popular particularly in Europe, nowadays are also referred to as Eurodance music. Citation needed. Characteristics of the music. Most Eurodance is characterized by synthesizer riffs, one or more vocals with simple chorus, one or more rap parts, sampling and a drum machine clap beat. 268, sometimes non-rap vocals are used. 68. Eurodance often carries a positive, upbeat attitude. The lyrics usually involve issues of love and peace, dancing and partying, or expressing and overcoming difficult emotions. The early to mid-1990s Eurodance vocals were frequently done by a solo vocalist or a mixed rapper-vocalist duet, such as the male-female duets of Two Unlimited, La Bouche, and Magic Affair. 68-69. Many groups used variations of the rapper-vocalist theme, such as a German rapper with American singers, Real McCoy, or the use of reggae rap as in Ice MC and Fun Factory, or combination of rapper and reggae vocalist like in the Life in the Streets album, or scat singing as in Scatman John. 68. Solo singing artists such as Alexia, Wigfield and DJ Bobo also contributed to the genre. Some acts like the Swedish dance pop originated group Ace of Base use more pop vocals rather than rap, soul vocals along with Eurodance sound. 70-71, pop vocals were particularly popular in the late 1990s Eurodance productions. The Swedish group Radnex also introduced American country music elements into the sound. 72. Eurodance lyrics are almost always sung in English, regardless of the artist's nationalities. 68, however, there are cases like in the Belgian groups Paradisio where Spanish lyrics are used along with Latin music elements. 73-74. Almost all Eurodance emphasizes percussion and rhythm. The tempo is typically around 140 beats per minute, but may vary from 110 to 150. 68-75. Most Eurodance is very melody-driven. Most Eurodance songs are in minor keys, similarly to techno. This, along with positive lyrics, helps contribute to the overall powerful and emotional sound of Eurodance. 2. Besides the contribution of the female or male vocals, there is often a noticeable use of rapid synthesizer arpeggios. 2. Popularity. In Europe. Pandora in Karlstad, Sweden, in 2004. From the early to mid-1990s, Eurodance was popular in Europe. The style received extensive airplay on radio stations and television shows, resulting in many singles appearing in the charts. For example, in Italy there were 7 singles in the top 10 of the chart at the end of May 1995. By 1996, the popularity of this genre had started to decline. From then, the classic Eurodance sound gradually morphed into progressive house. 50. By 1997 and towards the end of the millennium, house and trance music increased popularity over Eurodance in Europe's commercial, chart-oriented dance records. 76-77-78. In the early 2000s, the mainstream music industry in Europe moved away from Eurodance in favor of other styles of dance music such as new disco, electro house, dance pop and R&B. 79-80. Italy. Italo dance is an offshoot of the Eurodance music genre. It was popular in Italy in the late 1990s to the early 2000s and gained some popularity after the release of the single Blue, Da Body, by Eiffel 65. The genre had its infancy from 1993 to 1995 and its golden age from 1999 to 2005. Although Italo hits by Eiffel 65, Prezioso and Gabri Ponte still receive substantial airplay, the genre is far from mainstream today where it has been replaced by mostly electro and house music. Italo dance is predominantly nightclub-oriented music and mainly produced in Italy. The genre never really became mainstream enough for the whole European market, but received much airplay on Italian radio, especially the dance radio station M20, and in southern parts of Europe plus in the German-speaking European countries. United Kingdom. After Capella's Gianfranco Bortolotti set up Media Records in Brescia, northern Italy 81-82-83, to release his commercial European dance music, A setup which included 15 studios featuring various production teams working almost non-stop on a huge number of records. He decided to take the label into other markets and set up a UK office in the UK. Run by Peter Pritchard and featuring many records by Stu Allen's British Eurodance act Clock, 84, this record company would eventually turn into hard house label Nucleus, known for its DJ Nation releases. 85-86. As media turned into Nucleus, it would fall to all around the world productions to be the label in the 21st century which was more likely to release Eurodance tracks in the UK than other, with its Clubland TV music channel still having regular blocks of Eurodance videos in 2020 87-88, though extending its scope to include hits by David Guetta as well as Cascada and Scooter. North America. Canada. This section needs additional citations for verification. Please help improve this article by adding citations to reliable sources. Unsourced material may be challenged and removed. March 2018, learn how and when to remove this template message. During the 1990s, Eurodance became popular in Canada, which produced its own variant called Can Dance, although it was mostly referred to as Eurodance or dance music. 89. From about 1992 to 2000, acts such as Capital Sound, J-Scene, and MJ, originating mainly in major cities of central Canada such as Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa, were hitting the airwaves. The Toronto sound was more pop-oriented, while the Montreal one was more house-oriented. Eurodance received significant airplay on radio stations in the Greater Toronto Area such as Power 88.5, Energy 108 and Hot 103.5. Montreal was also a major Eurodance market, with MC Mario's famous radio show on Mix 96, called Party Mix and Bouge de la, a popular TV show on Music Plus. United States. Eurodance is not well known in the United States outside of the major cities such as New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago, and Miami. Exemplifying this is the Eurodance classic Scatman, Ski Ba 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 Dop Bop, by Scatman John, an American artist. Despite topping the charts in multiple European countries and reaching number 3 in the United Kingdom, it only reached as high as number 60 on the Hot 100. 90. Another notable example is the Life in the Streets album, a combined Eurodance music project from American rapper Marky Mark and Caribbean reggae vocalist Prince Little Joe, which was not released in the United States, but was a huge success in several European countries including singles like Happy People and United that topped the German charts. 91-92. A few Eurodance artists including 2 Unlimited, Hadaway and Ace of Base made the Rhythmic Top 40, Top 40 Mainstream and the Billboard Hot 100 during the early to mid-1990s. However, the sound tended to be more house and the rap-oriented artists received airplay. For instance, the German hip house project Snap, the Belgian hip house project Technotronic and the Dutch techno dance project LA Style received quite a bit of airplay early on. 93. The more high-energy-oriented artists were typically played only during special mix shows, and it was often necessary to go to a club to hear Eurodance music. While Eurodance did become popular with club DJs in the United States, radio stations were cautious about playing anything that sounded too much like disco during most of the 1980s and 1990s. By the end of the 1990s, however, some of the later acts such as Italian group Eiffel 65 and Danish group Aqua did receive extensive airplay. Despite lack of widespread radio play, many high-energy and Eurodance songs are popular at professional sporting events in the United States, especially ice hockey and basketball. 94-95. Compilation albums, such as the DMA Dance, Eurodance series of compilation albums, 1995 to 1997, from Interhit Records and Dance Music Authority magazine, were popular and helped to define the genre as well as to make it accessible in the US and Canada. 96. Hands Up. Hands Up, also known as hands up. Stylized as hands up, or dancecore in East Europe, is a style of trance music, and a derivation of Eurodance. The genre comes from its name, meaning music that requires listeners to put their hands up, as well as fitness and danceability. The genre developed in Germany in the mid to late 1990s as part of the emerging trance music scene. Representatives of Eurodance such as Starsplash and Marco are sometimes regarded as forerunners of hands up. The biggest commercial success was the music until the mid-2000s, Scooter's hit single Nesaja at number 1 on the single charts. 97. Hands Up Disc Jockey. The synthesizer melodies are often catchy and simple. Often the vocal melody is accompanied by a synthesizer. In contrast to techno, short, high-pitched synthesizer tones are used. Hands Up does not rely on the structure of tension buildup, but is based on the typical verse-chorus pop music scheme. The main elements are the bass line, drums and a catchy lead sound. A typical stylistic device of hands up are pitched female or resulting feminine vocals. Male vocals are also common. In addition, distorted, auto-tuned, chopped and repeated spoken phrases are common characteristics.